What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the Violent Saint. We got another video for you. This year, we're just kicking off, making videos as much as possible, reacting to stuff, posting stream excerpts, original content just for YouTube, etc. You'll see some of that hopefully this week. But we're going to start off this week. You should be watching this on a Monday. Reacting to the Marathon trailer that came out the other day. I know I'm late to the party. I know it's been out for a few days, but you know they brought out another like a little mini Vidot thing showing off some of the classes for the runners that you'll be able to play Marathon. So hopefully they're cooking. Hopefully it's good. Let's check this out together and see what happens. Given the benefit of a doubt. I mean, it's Bungie. The worst part about Bungie is they deliver when their backs are up against the wall, and they have never been more back up against the wall than right now. So let's hope they're going to deliver with this. Check it out with me. Let's see what happens. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out our socials. They're all linked below. You can follow us on Twitch. That way you don't miss a single stream. We stream over there pretty much exclusively because one PC, 1440p streaming, etc., etc. It's a lot for one system to handle. And we do vertical and all that. So yeah. Watch this video with me. Let me know what you think. Hopefully Bungie's cooking, and we hopefully got some good stuff here. So let's check it out.
Runner shells is what we're calling the bioprinted bodies that you, the runner, inhabit when you go down to Tau Ceti. Each of our launch shells is really an archetype of gameplay.
So abilities, passives, stat packages married to a very distinct silhouette that then players can look at, 50, 60 meters away and say, oh, I know what that is. I know what that player is capable of. And I can. So
I'm already liking this. Bungie's very good at having stats, right? Like not stats, classes, you can say, right? So this seems very much like classes in Marathon, obviously. So that's already a nice little differentiator from the most popular at the moment extraction shooter, which is obviously Arc Raiders. So obviously from the lens that we're going to be really looking at this game is going to be mostly comparing it to Arc Raiders, because Arc Raiders is currently the biggest, extraction shooter on the market, the most mainstream anyway. I know extraction shooter fans will probably get mad at that statement. They probably talk about Hunt Showdown, Escape from Tarkov, Arena Infinite, I think it's what it's called. There's quite a few extraction shooters out right now, and obviously Bungie's trying to enter a market that's a little saturated right now. This is the it genre, just like Battle Royale was like 3-4 years ago and whatnot. So they have to do something to differentiate themselves. Bungie has been very good at doing that. I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, I guess. Maybe anyway, because Destiny had 3 different classes. The classes did feel unique and different. And we're talking about Bungie. It's the same people that made that, making this, at least in theory, by name of the studio. We know a lot of turnarounds happen and whatever, but we're not going to focus on the negatives. We're just here to see what Bungie's doing. And they felt confident enough to make this video to show us something. It's right around the corner, Marathon. So they got something cooking. I want to see what it is. But yeah, this is a good sign already that we're going to have, like, now that we can't customize them, like make your own runner kind of thing, and it's different preset runners. The fact that there's different, I guess you could say, classes and loadouts that you're going to be able to use for them is a very good idea. If I understood that correctly, that's what we're going to see here. So this is pretty cool. So I'm going to shut up now, let the video play.
Start to think about how to counteract it.
One of the things we really want to do from the build crafting side is making sure that we're providing people ingredients instead of giving them a recipe. Figuring out what you want for your build that is unique, and you do that across cores, you do that across implants, you do that across weapon mods. Cores are powerful standalone perks that can be used in combination with each other to shift the gameplay style of your runner kit. We also want to make sure that there are interesting combinations of things that work together, but they have hooks that go out into the other systems, so you can create this like crazy Rube Goldberg machine.
Depending on your playstyle, if you're like someone who hangs back and likes to snipe, you're someone who likes close quarters combat and you're going to rush in, you're going to want to cater the items that you're finding differently.
The idea there is like, have a broad spectrum that everyone can kind of find a little bit of a home to, and then we're going to build on top of that.
Okay, the Destroyer.
Destroyer is aggressive. brutal, wears a modified, futuristic version of the Mjolnir armor from the original trilogy.
The shell is designed to get into the fight as fast as possible and stay there. It comes equipped with thrusters on its legs that let it sprint faster, or you can use them for a quick lateral evade.
A riot
Okay,
barricade
so like an
that
assault
they can
class.
generate presence, and they can generate like almost like aggro for their team.
Its prime ability is Search and Destroy, which activates shoulder-mounted missile pods that fire heat-seeking missiles.
They have a way to lock down targets over sustained fire, which immobilizes them and allows your team to follow up.
So an assault class, definitely. I like that.
Our Assassin Shell is built for players that like to play slow and quiet. It's very much a classic, backline infiltrator. It has a dive ability that can be used to negate fall damage from any height.
Their tactical ability
That's gonna be
is
crazy.
invisibility. You pull this like shroud of invis over yourself. You can sprint during it, you can mantle during it, but the faster you move, the more visible you're gonna become. And if you take any actions, heal, shoot, get shot, you'll reveal yourself for a short duration.
So you're going to want to play this class for sure, very patiently, because as you see, the more you move, the more you become visible. If you're trying to be like backline, really sneak around the enemy players and stuff like that, you're going to have to just take your time, which is going to be weird because everybody's moving really fast. So this is going to be an interesting class to play. The Assassin is very, very much already interesting. I don't know. I like what I'm seeing so far.
Their prime ability sends out this disc. It creates this like plumes of smoke that you can enter into, and then when combined with their passive shroud, they go invisible when they enter smoke. The whole thing here is like be invisible, be sneaky, and then enshroud the world in smoke.
Recon.
Originally,
That's like a sniper?
Recon was called internally Fun Police. That really is the core kind of fantasy. It's about hunting people down. It's about playing detective. If you want to find all the assassin shells on the map, Recon is the shell you want to use.
Oh, wow.
It
So they
comes with
they
a
counteract
tracker
each other.
drone.
That's
You
good.
can toss out a little spider friend that crawls along the ground and will track towards enemies and explode. And that explosion overheats the target.
They can't move, they can't sprint, they're taking tick damage, and they like help you lock down a target so you can pursue them. And for their prime, Recon has this really awesome helmet that splits open, and they tap in these cool key codes. It opens up and pulses, and it sends out this like wave that detects both AI and players.
Oh my God,
and
it's wall
marks them
hacks.
for you.
And when you break the shield of somebody as a Recon shell, they leave holographic footprints behind. So even if they run away, you can follow that trail and they'll lead right to them.
And then finally awareness, where if you get pinged, it'll actually tell you that someone like sees you. You won't know where, but you'll be able to be on high alert that somebody saw you and has marked you.
That's fair.
Vandal is
Vandal.
our shell that is, just by its very nature, more agile than our other shells. It has microjets that let it do a double jump. It has a power slide that goes much further than our normal sprint slide.
Their prime overloads their movement system so they can commit and chain all those actions together. They're about getting in and out, causing chaos.
The arm cannon for Vandal unfolds, and you find a big-ass gun barrel inside. You can use it to knock people
Oh,
out of
wow.
cover. You can use it to knock people off of buildings, which is way more fun than knocking them out of cover.
The number of times we've knocked people off of field maintenance is like, this is a great thing.
Wait, how many
Marathon
classes
is a
are there?
game
Wow.
That is all about finding the best stuff on the map. So we felt like we needed to have a shell.
I thought it was
that
only 4.
Sort of built for the loot goblin fantasy. That is Thief to a T. Thief's trade ability is X-ray visor, where you flip down your visor, you can see containers through walls, you can see enemies that are within line of sight.
Their prime is pickpocket drone, where they deploy this like elegant origami mechanicalized butterfly. It has like a mechanical whip that it can send out, and that knocks loot out of both players and AI, and then it can suck that loot back up with the same whip. Or you can use
wow.
it for recon. You can fly around, you can ping, those pings are shared to your squad.
The Thief shell
So thief is not just like a code name. It's literally you're thieving. You're taking people's loot. Wow, dude. Every class can seem, I guess you could say a little OP in and of itself. But the fact that, at least in one instance, they already showed us that they counteract each other is pretty awesome. I'm hoping that it's like a rock, paper, scissors thing. So it's like there's no OP class, right? Because like everything has it's foil. And that would be great. That was because that's gonna encourage people to jump in to kind of really think about what classes they bring in and make it a lot more difficult to like extract safely. So this is a little bit more exciting than I expected it to be. I'm probably geeking a little bit, but it's a little more exciting than I expected it to be because there's like a really cool array of different abilities for the classes, right? Like they all feel different. I didn't think this much like class stuff was going to be done in this game. You get me? Like I thought it was going to be 4. The way it made it sound at first is like there's only going to be 4 different classes, 4 different runners. That it wasn't going to be a lot of stuff, but this is actually kind of exciting. And if it has that Bungie feel for the gunplay, that if you've played a Bungie game, you know what I'm talking about. It feels amazing. This has the potential to actually be pretty fun. So I'm liking this already. I'm sorry. I know that it might seem a little fanboyish and stuff, but I'm liking this already.
It also has a built-in grappling device that is embedded right in the forearm. You shoot out a dart. Mid-flight, it unfolds into this propeller that pulls you along.
Oh,
and
that's
you
awesome.
Swing away to safety.
The recharge rate for their grapple and their base handling and stats will go up as you fill the backpack. So the idea is to become a loot goblin, right? Steal as much as you can and get out.
Loot goblin encouraged.
The triage shell is
So I'm
our
guessing
shell
healer.
for support players. If you want to keep your allies kicking so they can kick back, we have triage for you.
They're equipped with these awesome like capacitive gauntlets.
What the heck was
where
that?
You activate them and then you can overcharge them and send out these tendrils that then like shock you back to life. Their tactical ability, they actually have these giant drones attached to the legs and they pull them out, and it's a little buddy, he's got a little face, and you give him a high five and send him on his way, and he'll come and hover over your shoulder and provide you with shields and health.
Triage is really a combat medic, so we knew we needed to give an ability that was useful for firefights.
They've got 2 traits. The first one is a trait ability called Battery Overcharge, where they overcharge their capacitive gauntlets, which makes their weapons performance better. And if you're using battery weapons specifically, breaking shields will EMP targets, and that becomes an on-ramp to like a whole new layer of build crafting.
Oh, dude, that is awesome.
Have the second trait, Shareware, which is really cool, which is any buddies that have medi drones on them, any consumable you use will get like copied to them. So you kind of almost are this like battle medic that's like constantly running triage on your team.
The Rook. Scavenger
Sometimes
frame.
you just want to take a breather after a bunch of runs and just kind of go on a run to just see what happens. And Rook is really fun for that.
Picking Rook automatically opts you into queuing in solo. You're able to enter into a match in progress, and you're given a starting kit. You're not allowed to bring anything in. That's almost to your advantage because you risk nothing, and anything you take out is yours to keep.
Your free loadout kit.
Instead of focusing on like progression and questing and things of that sort, it's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress and run about and try to scavenge as much as possible and get out with it so that you can populate your vault a little bit more for future runs.
Rook has a tactical ability that lets it blend in with UESC forces. So you activate it, a little mask clears over your face, and you are not perceived by the UESC as hostile. This lets you kind of get in, grab a little bit of loot, and then bail.
One of the things
So it's a solo loadout thing. It's a free loadout like you can get in Arc Raiders, and it has the thing like in Arc Raiders that you turn on and the Arc can't see you, but with the NPCs in this game. I can see that one being used a lot. Like if you have a lot of bad runs, you're like, I can't do this right now. I need to like rebuild my vault. I lost all my stuff. I can see people using that the way that free loadouts are using it right now, because it's like low risk, high reward, right? Free loadouts are low risk, high reward. That's actually really intriguing that they're doing that. And they said it themselves, it's like your solo loadout. So this is actually really interesting. They're doing, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, it's my video. You can feel free to disagree. The comments are there for that reason. This seems very fun, very interesting. If they did definitely do some stuff to set it apart, right? You know, from what's out there right now. I only very slightly played Escape from Tarkov. I've played more Arc Raiders than any other extraction shooter. So that's where I'm coming from with most of my experience and stuff. This is already differentiating itself from that. Same price, different feel. So if you like Arc Raiders, you want something else, a little bit more first-person shooter, etc., this looks like a good play alongside Arc Raiders. Does it have the longevity? We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we'll see.
that I've really enjoyed about Rook is the added tension. Midway through a session, even though you've known like a few crews got taken out, or maybe you've taken out crews yourself, you don't know how many new players get injected through Rook.
Ultimately, Rook is a morality test, so you have a couple of options when you see a Rook. Either you're a decent person and you drop them a piece of loot and let them be on their merry way, or you are a monster and you blast them in the face. And I'm not going to say which one I am. I blasted a lot of Rooks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that looked good. Now, whether or not Marathon has staying power is going to be the deciding factor, right? Of, I guess, Bungie as a whole, right? They've burned their reputation with this game alone. With the first reveal that didn't look very good, that looks very. First impressions are a big deal, right? Like they are very important. And the first impression for this game was that it was very light on content, very not very detailed, and it was like a minimum viable product, right? Like that's what it came off as. Then there was the controversy with the plagiarism and Bungie not really addressing it, and then when they addressed it, was kind of a half-ass throwing a former employee under the bus response and whatnot. They settled it with the person that they plagiarized the artwork for, which was crazy because when I first saw it, the thing that got me excited about the game was the art direction, and to see that it wasn't fully Bungie that did it, right? Like they borrowed a lot. I'm being very nice here, charitable, was disappointing. But yeah, the game, in my opinion, looks good, looks fun. The problem is with all of the goodwill they burned, right? All the bridges they burned with their community, with what happened with Destiny 2, all the firings, all of the negative stuff that Bungie has done during the last few years will affect this game. It's definitely going to affect this game if it's going to have staying power. If, most importantly, it's going to have a big launch, right? You need a big launch. You're going to have to impress people and bring them in and give them a reason to play this against other extraction shooters, right? It's a Bungie game. You know, there's going to be content in it. We don't know what the monetization system is going to look like. Bungie makes promises and then they change their mind. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to be checking it out. It's $40. It looks good. It looks fun. It looks intense. It looks like it's going to be very tense showdowns and stuff like that. So I'll obviously be making content on it as we go forward. Hopefully you guys will come by and watch. Anyway, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you liked it and you want to say something. And if you subscribe, you want to see more content like this, there's plenty of other videos to watch on this channel already. I appreciate the support. If you like, come by our Twitch channel. It's one PC. I explain this a lot in most videos. It's one PC. I do everything off one. So we stream on one PC because we do vertical stream and horizontal stream over on Twitch, 1440p stream as well. So, you know, it's a lot on one system and stuff. So I don't multi-stream. But if you guys wanted me to start streaming here on YouTube, let me know. I'll be happy to do that. I'll cut down the settings a little bit on the multi-stream and see if we can, you know, get some stuff popping off here on YouTube as well. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the other videos. Check out the Twitch channel. I appreciate it. I'll see you there. Hopefully. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.